Welcome to No Shame Betrayed, Infidelity Discussion. Well, this is our first official episode. Okay, actually, my official episode. It's not a easy subject to talk about. It never is. Something most people do not understand. We understand the concept of cheating. We understand it's wrong. In this country, about 75% of Americans say that cheating is wrong. Obviously, it's a bad thing. Yet, we don't have 75% of people not cheating. We're about roughly 50 to 55% of male and female cheaters. So obviously, it is a moral issue. It is an abusive issue that we have all over the world. Now, some cultures, it is considered a normal thing, mostly for men. And for them, it's like a gift. Well, he's a man and men cheat, so we have to live with it. Well, no. In some cultures, that is starting to change, where women are not finding that behavior acceptable. Of course, it's not acceptable behavior for anybody. It doesn't matter your gender, your sex, your sexual orientation, your race, your religion, anything. It is abuse. It is disrespect. It is not love. And it hurts people. Do excuse me? I have a slight speech impediment, so I'll always do my best. Before I experienced infidelity myself on the receiving end, because I've never cheated on somebody. I've never cheated on a partner. It never really came to mind. I might have thought about it here and there when I was single. It was not something I could do to another human being. And it's not something I would be proud of if I did. It's not about a moral high horse. Hey, I've never done this thing, so I'm better than you. It's a personal thing. Could I live with myself doing such an action, using somebody else for my own needs, hurting someone, whether I know them or not? There's just no easy way to explain this to someone who hasn't gone through this. I've always been against it, but I never understood it. Some people I have known in my past are said they have been cheated on and were hurt. I gave the usual response, and I meant it. I'm sorry you're going through this. I definitely knew it wasn't nice. And I lost respect for people who've done such things. But to actually go through it yourself, that's a whole different world. Kind of like any other life experience. You may understand the concept of pain, enjoyment. Like, I know a roller coaster would be a fun thing to do, or any other thing. But once you experience a new thing, you understand. Same thing for trauma. Now, I have never been to war or combat. I understand it's a horrible experience for most people. There's always somebody who enjoys combat. And it's not something I ever want to do. The idea of shooting at people, and of course, I don't want to be shot at. So, I can never understand the people who have gone through combat, other than I know it's a bad thing. So, apply that to infidelity. Except it's personal. There's all kinds of excuses for cheating. They're not justified in the real world, but to the cheater, it is justified. They have to justify their behavior. Why? Because they know they're doing something wrong, which is part of the fun of cheating. They get to play secret agent, kind of like the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where he's a secret agent and his wife doesn't know. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of that movie. It's one of my favorites. True Lies. And she is starting an affair with her husband. Kind of. It doesn't go sexual, but she is excited by hanging around and seeing Bill Paxton, who is pretending to be a secret agent. Meanwhile, her husband is the real secret agent. And like cheaters, such as Bill Paxton's character, in truth, he was never anything close to a secret agent. He was a crying, wimpy little man. Not even a man. He used lies and deception to have sex with a married woman. Well, that was his goal. Obviously, he was quite good at it. So it means his character has done this before with other targets. When it comes to experienced or serial cheaters, it doesn't matter if they are a man or a woman. If they target someone they want to have sex with, a neighbor or a coworker, it's a target. It makes it easy for them to cheat when they don't view people as living beings with emotions. Just someone they can use, manipulate. Now, there are all kinds of cheating that people do. Some may be sexual, known as physical. Others are emotional, which hasn't gone physical yet. Or there is a distance element, like they are 800 miles away. Yes, people will get on an airplane, fly across the country to cheat. Usually, those are emotional affairs that will turn physical. Now, while a lot of cheaters use the internet and social media to cheat, we can also use those same tools to catch them. So it's a little bit of warfare. We all have the same weapons to deceive our partners and to catch them. A reason why I highly recommend dumping a cheater is that it's so much work for them to stop cheating. The first time a person does it, there's about a 300% chance they'll do it again. After 3 or 4 times, it's their nature now, and it's hard for them to stop, especially when the betrayed partner stays. Sometimes they beg, please don't go. Stay in our marriage. We have kids. How can you do this to me? How can you do this to us? How can you do this to yourself? Now, there are some people who do have a moral code and have respect for themselves to actually try or to actually stop cheating. If you're going to give your partner a chance, it needs to be one and only one. If you give them another chance and they cheat, you give them another chance and they cheat, well, there's no consequences for their behavior. They're not getting into trouble, just some drama with their partner who is being abused. So it doesn't hurt them. It may irritate them, because the affair partner is more fun. They're not upset. It's like dating. Of course they're more fun. And that's a hard war to battle against when you're trying to keep your family together. The affair partner is the fun one. The betrayed person, they're not so fun for some reason. It's like they're party poopers. They're getting in the way. Are you supposed to accept abuse? Are you supposed to continue hurting? An accident is when somebody drops a heavy object on your foot. When they're doing it on a regular basis, it's definitely not an accident. It's pre-planned. When they leave for work in the morning, give you kisses and say, "Goodbye, I love you," but they're going out to meet their affair partner, it's planned. They know what they're doing, and that is not a sign of love. If they had empathy, they would know that they are causing pain to another human being, and they would care about that, especially to someone they say, "I love you," every single day. Many cheaters do not actually have the ability to love. They may say the words, "Watch, you, listening to my voice right now, I'm in love with you. You're the most important person in my life." See, those are words. It's actions that matter, more so than any words that another person says. So with many cheaters, they're lying to the people they're having sex with. They'll come up with any story that sells their target sex. Pity. One guy got a blowjob from a coworker by saying, "Oh, my wife never gives me oral sex." So what does his coworker do? Give him oral sex, even though she's married herself. Oh, poor man. I'm going to help him out. Of course, I'm not going to tell my husband that. See that weird logic? I mean, if it's two single people, fine, who cares? It's consenting sex. But when people are in a committed relationship, cheating is non-consenting sex. If a partner is lying and hiding their conversations with another person from their legitimate partner, lies, then sex. Anyways, that's all for today. And remember, you deserve happiness.